This is Agent XXB speaking to you here at the very early hours in the Days Inn here in Camden, New Hampshire. And my apologies for not putting out a video yesterday. I mean, you tried to do it so every single day you just informed about what is transpiring here, and which is truly, the last few days for me have just been, there's been a bombardment of synchronicity and just the signs that saying that, something incredible is going to happen, but it's just a matter of knowing exactly what that is. And I've been speaking about my acquaintance XXIX, who unfortunately, he actually does reside in the same hotel with me, but unfortunately, because his position as he's a marketing director for a major Fortune 500 company, because of his very crazy hours, I'm not able to make any contact with him because he wakes up early in the morning, and then by the time darkness falls, he has returned and he's already out to sleep. So it's this non-stop, clock in, clock out, clock in, clock out life for him. But he's been very, very infatuated with, becoming a trillionaire, millionaire, billionaire, or a trillionaire. And he believes that he has accomplished something that is, is historical, and it's going to turn the world's, their eyes to look at him as this revolutionist. And if I'm being completely honest with you, I just, I'm going into this very, very positively, and I'm cheering him on, rooting him on, in his pursuit for, the extravagant life, living in a mansion, having a Mercedes-Benz, having multiple cars, and, just hopping out of one life and into another life, like from a thousandaire to a trillionaire. But, it feels like, sometimes I have a little bit of reservations because, I'm not entirely sure if it's like you have to ask yourself, you have to employ rationale and ask yourself, is this really something worthy of a lot of wealth coming one's way? It's, if you help out a major AAA game company or developer, you do their entire job for them, is the world really going to look at that as something heroic? By my religion, I think that it is, because, the point of it is, bringing out the ambition, seeking that ambition, and seeing what truly lies, within everybody. Are people looking at the feet, or are they looking at the stars? Are they deep in the clouds? Do they want to be a pioneer and, concoct something amazing? And, I'm supporting XXIX through this whole thing. We've been communicating back and forth. He's been showing me, pictures of a mansion and the Mercedes-Benz, and recently you had, there's a meme that went out, when I said that, do you remember this picture, that I took of myself with it's hilarious. It really is hilarious when you think about it. With a box of Oops All Berries, like it's Captain Crunch Berry like cereal, and I'm making this face like my father used to, and come to find out, XXIX has posted that to ImageFlip, which is basically a service where you can create it's a meme creator, so you can create a meme. So he created a meme out of it. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, it's much better suited for you doing this, because this is your goal in mind. I'm not the one that's trying to become rich or wealthy. It's actually you. So, it would be much better, if you want to create a brand yourself, you want to get yourself out there, that you put those words in front of your picture, not mine. But I'm supporting him all the way. You've probably seen there's been a lot of activity on Grand Theft Auto forums lately. Some very questionable activity. Evidently, Leslie Benzies, I'm not sure if it's Mr. Benzies or not, but he's been talking about another woman, evidently in Canada, named Lot. I believe that's short for Charlotte. And he's been talking about some very, very colorful things, let's just say. Very colorful things, very colorful language that I would not what you utter, right now. He's basically he's threatening Rockstar Games, saying, "I'm pay my NIGGAH, it's $2 trillion. Pay." And he's just attacking, and Leslie Benzies is attacking the form over and over and over. Probably taking the heck out of, Red Dagger there and Spider Vice. Like, oh my God, we don't even have to say anything who this jokester is now. Just ban him over and over and over and over again. You're just going to see that on the landing page. Ban over and it's like Leslie Benzies was, he was in this mission to get Rockstar Games to pay $2 trillion to, to his friend. And I'm not sure if that is. It's probably XX. XXB Triple I. Again, there's a distinction between XXB Triple I and me. I'm Agent XXB Triple I. I'm a concept artist. At XXB Triple I is a writer, which is very clear to see when you can see, how he operated on Grand Theft Auto forums, and crypticism, and all these, very, very wordy dissertation style posts that pretty much drove half of the community nuts, along with, Spider Vice and Red Dagger. But there's clearly something up there. I've been reading some other posts and dropped onto Grand Theft Auto forums about it's, oh my God, it's hilarious when you think about it. It really is. Evidently, Leslie Benzies is saying, "Oh, let's do a fundraiser. If I crap myself like 10 times, okay, that'll raise. Each crap is worth $10 billion. So fart. So he craps 10 times, and then somehow rapidly $10 billion appears." And somebody responded to that. And I know somebody was definitely cracking up at it because it's hilarious. It's really, really hilarious when you think about it. There's something is going down. Something is really, really big. It's a massive initiative, and there was another really impressive posting that I saw. It might have been from Facebook, from Reddit, Discord, but it was talking about, there were these findings about, this Grand Theft Auto concept, the Trillionaire, and when you read into it, it's really, really well written. It's very in depth, and it talks about a source saying that this is going to be the most incredible experience when you get to see. It's going to be coming with your tears and your respect, and and that there's 8 billion people out there, and there's 7,999,999,000 individuals. Yes, billion individuals that are going to be looking at this one person, and their story is going to be respectable, commendable, and empirical. Basically, it's going to help inspire people to do what he is doing. This hero, this protagonist of the game, either Everywhere or Grand Theft Auto 6. He's referring to Everywhere, Grand Theft Auto 6. It's talking about, again, it's just reiterating the fact that if this person does become, this individual does become wealthy, does become rich, it's going to take them out one life, put them into another life. Then their life's going to be forever changed. That's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful. If that happens, I'm really hoping that happens. I'm hoping, XXIX can, score that, and, leave his life and have a new life, a happy, positive, prosperous life. Get the car he wanted, maybe try and shoot for a mansion. I don't know if you'd actually go to Beverly Hills and, drop $10 million on a mansion. The point of this is, I can see what the point is. It's ambition. It's seeing how willing you are to be audacious enough to, try something new. And see that, if you can do that, other people can do that. And say that you've been there, and you're an accelerant, you are inspiring other people to get to where you are. And it's like making the point that if you are a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, you're not going to be somebody that's, decked down in the nine, decked down to the nines. You're going to be somebody, just be their normal selves, but yet be, a billionaire or trillionaire status. I'm just hoping that XXIX can achieve this, because it would be really, really good. I'd love to see that. But I still think that somebody's really, really going to be happy. Somebody's really, going to strike it rich, strike it very well with either, Rockstar Games, Take-Two Interactive, or Little Rocket Boy Games. It just seems like there's more to this. There's a heavier involvement to make this possible, and this is clearly a major dream that XXIX is chasing. Really, 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 really. I just hope he achieves it. I've been posting all the findings, via YouTube. When YouTube is not, imprisoning me for posting, more than 10 videos in a 24-hour span. I've been posting my findings to my Instagram account as well. And, it's very, very interesting. Now, this person, XXIX clearly wants to be a trillionaire. And there's a motivation, there's a motive for as to why he wants to do that. He wants to make history. He wants to be a hero. That's a beautiful thing. Because, it's showing your ambition. And you want the world to look at you for something incredible. And that's not easy to do. All the millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires out there, they're celebrities, streamers, and athletes, and it's the same old. So, if we can have a case where somebody could actually be filming themselves in real time, where it seems like a live action Grand Theft Auto 6, Grand Theft Auto live action, or Grand Theft Auto 6 are everywhere. And, you can see that in real time, that this is something grander, this is something bigger. It's just an experience within an experience. And you're watching a story play out in real time. And not only do you pull off the most amazing story ever, with keeping this narrative going along, and the scheme going along, but you actually learn something about an individual story, and learn that individual story is incredible because of all the ambition and all the charge and spark they were able to pull out. So I'm really, really pulling for XXIX. And I think if it did not happen, if the worst case scenario is you're just gonna pat on the back from Rockstar Games or Bill Rock, say, great, you did this, okay, on your way, off you go, continuing to build your story. I think it'd be pretty disappointing and a little sad, to be honest with you. And it's hard not to be disappointed because it seems like it's going to be something bigger, and then when you scratch the surface and see what really lies within the whole thing, it's not what you presume it to be. The conclusion did not meet your expectations. So I'm just really, really hoping that XXIX can become a trillionaire. I really, really hope so. It'd be good for him, make his family proud, make his friends proud, his relatives, whatever the case may be. I know I make my parents proud, my mother, even though, there's no getting to her, she's completely scrambled, she's just not there anymore. Obviously my father passed on cardiac arrest, I'm extremely proud, both my aunts, my grandmother, that lived, in New England. I'm hoping for the best. I hope that XXIX have a major win, a major victory, and a heck of a lot of respect for pulling this off. So that's the video for today. I hope you have all a fantastic day. Stay sharp, stay safe, and be careful out there.